What goes into making a successful entry-level sports bike? Well, you start with some good looks, add great performance and dynamics to that, and then somehow manage to price it just right. The Yamaha R15 V4, which was launched in 2021, managed to tick all the right boxes in the entry-level sports motorcycle segment with its Yamaha R7 inspired sharp looks, great dynamics and decent performance.
But the version that I have with me today is a bit special. It celebrates the 60th anniversary of Yamaha's association with premium motorcycle racing. Now in its 4th generation, the Yamaha R15 has captured the minds and imaginations of many young riders. It offers a sort of first step into the world of sports motorcycling, but is versatile enough for everyday use. We'll tell you all about the bike and we'll take it for a ride too. But before we do that, do subscribe to Carandbike's YouTube channel and hit the bell icon so you'll never miss out on fresh automotive content.
The new Yamaha R15M World GP 60th Anniversary Edition sports the Speed Block livery inspired by the YZF-R15M race bike from the past and gets a clean look. The white livery has a red stripe running across either side of the bike and on top of the fuel tank, and has a dash of yellow on its face. The special edition also gets a golden tuning fork logo and gold colored wheels as opposed to the blue wheels on the standard R15M. The edition also sports 60th anniversary badging in multiple places across the bodywork. The Yamaha R15M World GP edition looks sharp, clean and premium, and the livery and gold colored wheels apart, it is mechanically identical to the standard R15M.
Now you may argue that the R15 is a little expensive, and for that kind of money, you may get a 200 or a 250cc naked motorcycle which has more performance. But the R15 has proper big bike looks with its fairing, and it boasts a level of performance which is quite likable. Or does it? Let's find out.
Right from the word go, the Yamaha R15 proves to be quite the entertainer, be it zipping through traffic or corner carving on a weekend. The R15 feels at home in almost any environment. In terms of handling, the R15's chassis impresses even more, and it holds its composure even when you hit a bump in early triple-digit speeds. The bike feels at home cruising on highways too, almost making you wish it had a slightly larger engine. The suspension is comfortable enough to allow long-distance cruising, but the same can't be said about the seating position, as you will find yourself complaining about your back after a couple of hours of riding. The V4 gets a host of new tech, and one of the most prominent of these is the inclusion of variable valve actuation or VVA. The system uses two separate valves, allowing better availability of torque throughout the rev range. This has made the free revving 155cc motor very tractable, and it doesn't feel underpowered even at low revs. Pull the throttle hard through and the motor shows its true pedigree. The 155cc engine in the R15 puts out 18.1 bhp at 10,000 rpm and 14.2 Nm of torque at 7,500 rpm, and can push the super sport motorcycle to a claimed top speed of 145 km per hour. The engine switches between the two valves around the 7,000 rpm mark, and the engine starts to sound more aggressive and pleasing around the same mark too. There's also an indicator on the instrument cluster that tells you when the VVA is activated. Pretty nifty. The R15M is also equipped with a quick shifter which works only on upshifts, and it does a great job in higher RPMs. While most of the things about the motorcycle are good, there are a few niggles which we wish Yamaha had sorted out. Though the upshifts are smooth, the same couldn't be said about the downshifts, as the bike struggled to quickly go from 6th to 2nd gear when coming to a quick stop. Talking about stopping, the brakes are decent, but they aren't to the level you'd expect from a motorcycle with this much capability, and the ABS kicks in much earlier than you'd anticipated. The instrument cluster offers Bluetooth connectivity, but misses out on turn-by-turn navigation. And while the overall fit and finish of the motorcycle is top-notch, the non-adjustable brake and clutch levers and the non-LED turn indicators don't resonate the same feeling. These small misses aside, the R15 feels great to ride, and it will put a grin on your face almost every time you take it out for a spin.
Now the variant that we have here today, the World GP edition, costs about $1,400 more than the R15M. I quite like the looks of it, but whether you go for it or not depends completely on you. As for the motorcycle, it packs a lot of tech, making it great value for money, and it will fulfill all of your performance expectations from an entry-level supersport motorcycle.